it's Judgment Day. It's Explanation Day. Here we go. So last week we did a Raise Your Hands poll. Kristen, for those that didn't hear that or haven't seen it, you still can. What is it?
All right, so the Raise Your Hands poll is we have a bunch of very invasive and, I think your music's on, invasive and like...
Hold on a sec. Can anybody hear that?
I can.
You guys can hear that?
Hear this
Yeah.
God, my ears suck.
So very invasive questions, and you ask the questions, and then we don't verbalize it. We just raise our hands, and you're like, 2 out of the 4 people raised their hand. 1 out of 4. All of us raised our hand.
And all these questions came from us, so
Yes.
they're vulnerable, and we were going to have to answer our own question.
Exactly.
But we didn't know who sent it.
So we did that. The video's been up all weekend. So if you listen to the segment, you can go watch the video, see who raised their hands. But there are some that you got to get a little more detail on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a backstory there that needs to be shared. And we're here to share the backstories of why we raised our hand to certain questions.
All right, when I asked you guys, based on the questions that we all sent in, raise your hand if you've ever stolen anything from a family member. 3 people did. Bert, Abby, Mo. What did you steal?
I still remember this to this day because I was so guilty about it as a kid. So this was my cousin Allie. We used to play Barbies together, and I remember she had this beautiful princess dress. It was my favorite Disney princess, Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. She had this Princess Aurora dress, and I was like, she's not going to use that. She's not going to appreciate it the way I will. She's my favorite princess. So I stole it. And I never told anybody until now. Hi, Allie. You got married before I did. You think you won in this situation.
Mo, you have stolen from a family member. For shame.
I did. I was in high school, and at the time, Evisu jeans had just come out, and they were very expensive. And my dad had a pair, and so I went into his closet, wore them on the first day of school. Like an idiot, I cuffed him, and I also wore them on a day when it was raining. And I tried to put them back in his closet like nothing happened. And he came to me, and you could see the cuff, you can see the bottom was wet and dirty. And he was like, "Yo, what happened to my jeans?" I was like, "I have no idea, Pop. That's crazy. I've never seen those jeans in my life," but he knew what time it was.
I raised my hand also. Weed, money, and chocolate.
Oh, yum.
All 3.
At the same time?
No.
Okay.
That would have been a hell
That's
of
a
a
hell of
night.
a combination right there.
That was a good time, baby.
My parents made the mistake when I was in high school of leaving me to the house one weekend. And of course, what I did was went into their master bedroom and checked out all their drawers and stuff and found a bag of weed. So I decided, all right, I'll take some of that weed and I'll sell it at school. What are they gonna do? Go, hey, did you get into our weed set? I thought it was like the perfect crime, man. They never questioned it.
You were always an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't your friends tell you it was bad weed?
Yeah, Monday when I came back, they're like, what did you sell us, brother? That sucks.
It was trash.
I found, like, this was before I left New York City, so I must have been like 7 years old, going through my mom's drawers and found like this envelope of money. So I would go in there like every day and take like a $5 out and go get some chocolate and keep spending the money. She never called me out on it.
Wow.
And then, yeah, they had a whole bunch of chocolate in there, so I kept stealing chocolate every day. Raise your hand if you ever had a one-night stand. Only 2 raise their hands. Bert and Mo, you're a slut.
Shocker. You're a whore. What do you mean?
Salute.
Cancun, very young, was enjoying myself. And that's how that happened.
Cool. Yeah, I had 2 and I don't regret it. All right, raise your hand if you've gone on more. Oh, okay.
Wow, what a juxtaposition here.
This is such a juxtaposition.
It really is.
From the 2 that had one-night stands to the 2 that haven't had sex in 2 months this year.
Raise your hand if you've gone more than 2 months without sex this year. Cassie wasn't in studio, so it was just Abby and Kristen that raised their hand.
Yeah. I mean, do we need?
Look at us.
Yeah. We knew we'd be here.
We knew.
Raise your hands if you've ever had feelings for a friend's significant other. Yeah, I've told you guys this before. I was the only one that raised my hand. In college, my friend Tony was dating a girl named Diane. They somewhat broke up before he went back to San Francisco, and I slid right in there. And then she and I drove up to San Francisco to tell him and confess. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's not a big deal, you guys. It's cool." Right on.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you've auditioned for a reality TV show. 2 have Kristen and Abby.
Not only auditioned, but have been on them. So I auditioned for The Bachelor back in the day.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Made it multiple rounds, ended up driving to Nashville to do like the in-person interview or whatever, but I didn't make it after that. And then I was on Say Yes to the Dress when my niece was getting married, and I was also on an HGTV show for a renovation.
All your years of watching The Real World, you never thought about it? About trying to audition for it?
Oh, I did think about it, but it definitely crossed my mind, but I didn't think I was interesting enough.
Okay.
So me and my brother actually auditioned together for a reality show that came out on Netflix not too long ago.
You did?
So I saw an ad somewhere on Instagram. It was like, sibling dating show. Would you like to go on a reality dating show with your sibling? And I was like, this sounds fun. It was like right as the pandemic was coming to an end, and I just wanted to get out of the house. So I sold like some sob story about our relationship to get some attention from the producers. So me and him had to do all of these interviews together about what it would be like to be on a dating show together. This isn't like taking place in Alabama. We wouldn't be like dating each other. It'd be like we would go on a show together looking for respective partners, but they're also there with you. We were not hot enough for the show, so we did not make it on. It ended up being called Dated and Related. It came out in 2022.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah. Once you see the cast, you'll be like, yeah, this makes sense.
All right, we'll do one more now. We got plenty more, so we'll do another segment probably tomorrow, but this is a good one to end with here. Raise your hand if you like the smell of your own farts. Only one. Only one raised their hand. Who would that have been?
Take a guess.
Me.
Kristen.
Okay, one, that was my question that I submitted. I really thought somebody else was going to raise their hand with me and I wasn't going to be left solo. But there is comfort in your own stench.
If I were here, I would have raised my hand with you.
Thank you.
I
You
got
like the smell of your farts?
Yeah, I'm not going to do it and like try and
Yes.
rub it on my wrists as perfume, but there is something mildly comfort. It's like
Yes.
the smell of cut grass reminds you of your summers as a child. I don't know what it is about the fart, but I'm just like, oh,
Like, smells good. But not all farts are equal, right? Not all farts are created equal. Some are pretty rank, but every now and then it's like, oh, that's me.
Nope, not at all. Not even a little bit.
I don't often ask God for outcomes because I think that when he already has an outcome that I can't possibly understand why he is choosing to do what he does. But I found myself a couple of nights ago when Courtney was in bed with me, I farted and it was so bad that I prayed to God she wouldn't wake up. I literally said, Lord, please, let this thing go in the next 30 seconds so she doesn't wake up and smell this. It was so bad. And then do you track what you ate that day?
Yes.
Like in your head?
Oh, I know I have certain farts and they are directly correlated to what I ate, and I know what they are. Like if I eat Chinese food, you are in for a rude awakening.
Cassie, what is the best food-inducing fart?
food.
Just food in general.
Just food.
Just food in general.
The Bert Show.